Order. So, yeah, I've had a busy couple of days, but too busy to be carrying the camera around with me showing everything I'm doing. Put under the pump, actually, but a while back, about 5, 6 posts back, I said I did half a job cutting down a branch off a tree for someone I know. Well, today I did the other half a job, so I just finished it. And fucking, there's something been happening with this camera. I must be touching the screen or something without like just brushing past it as I'm turning it around and going from angle to angle. Because some of the angles are changing, eh? So I've done some cleaning up because it's what I've been doing, just cleaning up. I moved that table that was there into there. I still got all of that stuff to sort out, but I'll do that slowly. And the weather's outside being nice, so I'll get back out there and do something out there. And a few of those things are from out of the spare room too. So I got to do something with those. I still got my chainsaws from the job I did this morning in the truck. Can't do without the big 6365 special. You find out how little that thing is when you start chopping down trees. It's alright for the little branches and stuff, but can't go past needing that. And generating a bit of heat in there on this. Oh yeah. Must be where I'm doing the majority of the cutting. And the heat must need to sharpen the chain. So go at the back and put the boots back on. Put my boy on the chain again. Big thank you to everybody that's been tuning in and watching. Jules, glad you're at least viewing it. At least viewing the content. We'll do it a few more likes and comments, but gotta start somewhere, eh? Got over 50 views. So I know what time my audiences prefer. All you people in the United States of America. I think that's where the bulk of my audience is. It doesn't mean I don't appreciate the rest of you people. Thank you. So I got the logs filled up with potting mix. I had some compost in that wheelbarrow that I've got there, and I mixed it up with some seedling mix and some topsoil, and well, I put my onion cuttings in there. Oh look, something's been digging around in here. Had to uncover. So there's 2 onion cuttings there, the base of them. There's only one of these, so something's gone and chucked them out of there. Here's one. There they are down here. Something's been in there, buffing them out. Obviously birds. So that's basically pretty much what I wanted this garden for, is for cuttings from, you can see something's had a real good dig in there. Oh, which means I might need to build a cage to cover over the top of them. So yeah, I wanted to use those just for cuttings from vegetables, so I can grow things from cuttings. So got some fence posts in here, tidied up that. Got the treated timbers that I had in my stack, so I put a post there, wrapped the rubbish bag around the bottom of it because it's not treated, and that's why those rubbish bags are there, just in case I have to use some more untreated timber. I found that over there. And I got this out of the river. Got this out of the river. It's part of a old wharf or jetty, and I brought it home. And now it's going to be in my garden. I'm going to put a fence up over there and fence this all of this part off, and then plant hopefully watermelons in there. I found my corn seed. So I'm softening it at the moment. I've seen something on YouTube about popping seeds, giving them legs, and this guy he brought these seeds out in, I think, 42 hours. I don't think these are got legs on them yet, but I know they've softened a bit. So they might be ready for the ground. But I will see if they start popping with legs. So I've got them in the hot water cupboard. Wouldn't mind having a fair bit of corn and have a feed of corn this year. Oh yeah, my fish, my goldfish were on the surface today. So I cleared out some of that weed in there because it looked like they were trapped in the weed. I made the mistake of bringing some mosquito fish home. I didn't realise they were they're a pest, and they breed like any business. I think what they've gone and done is they've eaten all the fish eggs. So my goldfish and guppies, if they even think about laying eggs, the mosquito fish get in there and they eat them up. So what I've got to do is I've got to drain all that water out of there, catch all the good fish, and just let those evil mosquito fish die. I think I've got one, maybe two guppies left in there, and that was the whole point of putting them in there, so that they could breed, but they're never going to breed with those mosquito fish in there. That was a guppy there. But yeah. I don't know whether you can see it, but yeah. Bit of a mischief fish, that one. Don't have anything in here yet, but I want to put in there Japanese fire belly newts and just let them breed. I got this lily from Wairoa, bought it here, and it's been growing good in that corner. Haven't got anything in there, but this water plant keeps growing back. It goes dry and then grows back. It's about the 4th year generation in there. The water gets dry during the summer, and then once the rain fills up, it all comes back. So it's just like a seasonal rotation now. Almost ready to build a fence around this, because I know it's a waste of time planting in there until it's dog proof. So we've been in there, you know what's going on in there. I'll bring you back when I've done more. Tidied up there, still centralising the mess. Put some compost in there around my aMoko and my cucumbers. Put some compost around my butter beans. Yep, looking like a pile, ready to break that down with my chainsaw. I'm going to break it down with my chainsaw. Turn it into firewood, mostly. Still got to figure out what's good and usable, reusable and that. Got 2 verges of firewood ready to give away to anybody that wants it. Cleaned up this corner and I've decided that's where this table is going to go. So I'll just do anything. Any projects that need doing on there. And I nailed the bottoms, treated timber just at the feet of them. Treated timber. So that should stop the rot. And gonna break that pallet down because I want to use those 1x1s for the garden fence over there. Bought another verge bale yesterday. $12 something from Bunnings. I needed a new one because this one was just falling apart. I couldn't even sew it up. You can hear it ripping. So easily it tears. It's just tattered, and so I needed a new one or another one. They're not quite brand new because they still got the felt marks on them, but they've been through an industrial washing machine to get all the sheep shit and stuff off it from the wool And this one's full up, sewn up, ready to go to the dump. 3 bags of rubbish from out of the spare room yesterday. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Hey, my boy. There's Kaha. Hey, Kaha. Hey, yeah. My boy. It all started from getting given 2 sheets of plywood. 2 sheets of plywood. From that I was able to make his kennel. And then I had that cage. It was bigger than that. It was just a square one. It wasn't enclosed. This is the leftover piping from the cage. I was able to make that enclosure. And once I was able to bring him out from that corner there, if you go back through the post, you'll see what it was like before I cleaned it out and put him in there. And once I put him in there, I was able to focus on my raised gardens, get some veggies in, and dig in. And I've really come a long way with my yard work, and it's affected my housework as well. So now that I've got my flat clean, I can stand outside and do most of the work and don't have to go inside and make a mess. Yeah. So it's time for, even though my boy is sitting there nicely, as soon as I open the gate, he'll be gone down the road. But he knows. I caught him yesterday. Every now and then he pulls a Houdini and gets off that chain. I lost his collar once and I found it inside his kennel, undone. It's got a double pinhole. Got a double pinhole on the collar. He must have sat in there and scratched and scratched and scratched at his neck until he just worked it off. Amazing. You think it wouldn't happen, but it does. So yeah, I'm going to get back into it. There's not really much I can show you. I'm not going to be stationary doing one job like I was with the log planters. I'm going to be moving around. It's probably a good time that I can bring out the GoPro and strap it to my chest. Well, I might try that later. There's a difficulty with the AVI files and the MP4 files. It doesn't record MP4, it records AVI, and I've had difficulties with it before, and I don't want to have to go through the extra editing time, because with my yard work and my home cleaning work, cooking for myself and doing my dishes, and the editing that it takes to produce each episode, I can't spend much more time converting the AVI files to MP4s. So yeah, I'll sort that out later when I go scuba diving, free diving, not scuba, free diving, just snorkeling. Yeah, but the wind is turned. Looks like it's a southerly at the moment, and we want a nor'wester where we are. And it has been a nor'wester and the tides are good. But I'm just busy. I'm piled up, as you can see. Piled up. So yeah, again, thank you for watching. Stay tuned and come back. A bit too high, this one. Too high. Need to give me a decent. Oh, there's a good one. There's a good one. So I've been cutting, I think, the laterals off my tomato plants. And I'm trying to grow them. I think if I can get a tomato plant out of every one of these, I'll be doing good. I've got my last ones in a container over there and they're still alive. So I might get some plants out of those. I accidentally took that one off. That's not a lateral. I don't know what they call them, but I've been trying to grow these and cutting these off. I haven't been putting any root blast on them or anything. I've just been sticking them in the soil. That one there was a day out of water, and it's standing up. This one is just fresh off. So I'm gonna I'm going to put it in the bowl and see what happens. There's another 2 tomato plants there, I reckon. Those are the ones that I did last week. That one's died, that one's dying. But those ones are still alive. Yeah. So those are the ones that I'm going to put in soil now, and hopefully I can get some tomatoes out of those. I reckon the more tomatoes I have, the better. But what I've been doing is I've been breaking off the bottom couple of leaves. So those are natural points where roots can start to sprout. And I'm snipping it off there. And I'm sticking it in the dirt, covering those 2 root points. So if I snip it off there, take that off there, that off there, and this little leaf there, and cover it with soil, hopefully the roots start to grow out of there. That's the theory I'm working on. I don't know anything about growing tomato plants from cuttings, but that's the theory I'm working on. And as soon as they start to take root, or if they do start to take root, I'll put them in some ground. There's a few of them. So snip there, cut there, or even take those 2 off and put them in the ground. Hard to say if I can actually pot all of them based on the pots that I have. I suppose I'll give the ones that I think have the best chance ground. But this one looks pretty healthy. I'll actually take it off up to there, cut there, maybe even these 2, and stick it in the ground. I did some more work today, and I'm ready to put up some kind of fence to protect the new garden that I've got, the garden area that I've got. So we'll take a look, we'll go over there and take a look at it. That's my new deconstruction table, and as you can see down here, I've already deconstructed a pallet. It's going to go as firewood, so that's my deconstruction table. And I'll build whatever I need on there. That's going to be a dog box. I might sell it, or I might make it for my dog in the back of my Jeep, because I don't like him free rein in my truck anymore. But I've got some iron there, I've got that plywood there, so that could be a good dog box. So I rolled up this irrigation hose, but I had to, and I've cleaned up that table, so this will be my gardening table, I reckon. I'll bring all my pot plants and stuff from over there over to here. I might set up another raised garden bed down the back there, but because my new garden area is going to be here, this is going to be ideal just to do plants and plant them in here. I'm not dumping that motorbike, it's just sitting there and it's just copped a lot of weeds and stuff that I've brought out of here. But what I'm trying to, so I've got those logs there, I'm going to do something with those. I had to separate this wire from that irrigation hose. I deconstructed these one by ones, so lay them out on the ground. I want to keep these. These came off the irrigation hose and they're all over there. Leave it. So if I space these out, these one by ones, 4 might be good for there. Take my stool over there, so another one there, and this is an old fencing batten that I found on the beach. I suppose that could go there. And this is a old treated half round that I found on the beach too. If I put that there central, because that's the biggest gap between there and this post, if I put that central, and then this is a treated post, but it's a fencing batten. I mean, it's a fence structure. So if I put that there, and that's how the fence is going to be laid out, from there along there around to there. And then I use the fencing wire and string that along. I think I'll nail these to the baseboards. There's a baseboard there, a baseboard there, and pretty soon I can fence this. Get off there. Get off there. Leave it. Leave it. Get over here. Get over here. Lie down. Lie down. Stay. So yeah, I can fence those off, and I need this done pretty quickly, so tomorrow will be actually tomorrow's Sunday, so it might have to wait until Monday. But the reason why I want it done so quickly is because which I can bring those over here now. Some of them, they don't like that direct heat. Some of them don't mind. Because these are my aMoko and my cucumber. And my aMoko and my cucumber are outgrowing the seedling trees. So they really need to come out of there and go into some real dirt. So, on Tuesday I've got a job that I need to do, and possibly Wednesday. So, Monday I'm going to have to pick up the pace a bit. There's something I want out of here. It's this. This is I think I'm going to suspend it. But we'll put it up here for now, which is not ideal, but I think I'm going to hang it and put pot plants in it. And the little terrors, I put my onions in there, and the birds have been in there just flicking them out. So I'm going to need to put a canary cage over the top of that. But it's all coming along quite nicely. I can use that for something, but I want this. This I can also hang from somewhere, or it's got a broken, I can replace that. Just don't want to put a lot of useless things on this bench. I've just cleaned it up. So yeah, just a lot of moving things around, bringing my seedling base from here over to there, and leave my raised garden beds pretty much as they are. So Monday I would have transferred all of my baby plants and nursery plants over to the other table over there, to where the new garden's going to be, and these raised beds are going to stay here. I've already got broad beans, lots of flowers on those. The lettuce is still yet to come back. Been crunching on those peas casings and all. Cabbages are pumping. I've had heaps of feeds of parsley. Those silver beets are doing better in there since. Yeah, so I'll get those spring onions out of there, those laterals out of there. I'll take those kumara sweet potato over there, And of course these tomatoes. I think we're going to specialize in tomatoes. Yeah. Money makers. Those are money maker tomatoes. See you later.